Well, folks, finally going to kind of do not a quasi fishing report, and I thank everybody for watching those fishing reports. I thank everybody for the comments, their likes on our fishing reports. I think for now we're going to kind of probably hold off on our fishing reports because we're going to be all over the place and in a lot of small water, so our reports are not going to be really too prudent, for everybody's fishing, like when I talk about on the trips. So thanks for watching the fishing reports, but what I'm going to do here is kind of give us a little update on what we're doing and the fishing. So the first thing I want to do is say a quick shout out to everybody that I've met over this spring that said they watched the videos, they enjoyed the reports, the videos and everything else, and stopped and said hello. It was really good meeting you in person, so once again, thanks for saying hello. It was good to meet you. There's a few new subscribers onto the channel. Welcome. Maybe we'll cross paths on the water. So on with what's going on in the fishing. Like I said, I apologize for not doing much more fishing reports because each time I think of doing one, everything just changed. I always say conditions can and do change quickly in the spring. Well, this spring I think Mother Nature said, here, hold my beer, watch this. About the time I think, oh, I better do a report, the water drops, or it starts raining, or it snows, or it gets hot. It's just rapid changes one day after another. I mean, nothing stayed much more consistent for about 2 days. Water temperatures were fluctuating. At one point in early April, the river temperature here was like 52, 53 degrees. A couple days later, it was 42, 43, a 10-degree drop because it snowed. So it was really challenging with the fluctuating conditions. Now, plus, I think that a lot of the fish that we usually count on, in the river, there was a good amount of fish in river spawning. Those fish spawned, dropped out. We were able to chase those. However, normally there's a mess of fish that hang in the hatchery. The department comes, collects their eggs, they leave them in the raceways. Those fish kind of trickle out on their own and slowly kind of depart. We get a great time fishing these fish as they leave the hatchery, as they drop down to go back on the feed. And it makes for some wonderful swing fishing. This year, these fish, my feeling is, and I haven't talked to anybody in the hatchery, so I don't know for certain, but my feeling is they chased those fish out way early, and they did it when we had a lot of high water and those fish got flushed. The reason for that is the hatchery has a lot of construction going on. There's a lot of heavy-duty maintenance and rebuilding that has to happen on that hatchery. It needs to happen. And they're working on the raceways, the fish ladders, the tanks. So I think they had to clear those fish out so they can get in there and work, and that was one of the many problems that we had this spring. So the steelhead fishing got started way early and finished way early. Doing this report, I'm in the first few days of April. Normally this is what we refer to as swing season. It's probably some of our most exciting time to take two-handed rods, swing flies for steelhead. We have great success this time of year, covering a lot of water, fishing really cool flies and getting great grabs, and just a lot of fun. Unfortunately, that fishing is not going to happen this year because those fish dropped out and buggied. One of the things you might notice is the river behind me is quite full. A few days ago it was 285. Yesterday, or a couple days ago, it was 750. Yesterday it was 1600. Today it's 2000. We're very dry through April, just very dry. Then over the past week, once again, Mother Nature decided to say, watch this, and last week we got over 2.5 inches of rain right in our watershed, so it's been raining pretty good. In fact, it's supposed to rain again today, tomorrow, so they're actually dumping some water out of the reservoir. I think the reservoir got a little bit full on them, so hopefully this will come down in a couple of days, because what we are looking for in this river now is pretty much the steelhead are gone. There might be a stray steelhead. We might pick up an Atlantic coming in. Who knows? It's time for them to kind of start showing up. It's very possible. But the other thing is the bottom end of this river should start filling up with smallmouth bass. The water temperature has been a little bit, I think, a little too cold for them to show up or get that active. Those smallies like to have 50, they like 55-degree water temperatures. That's when I usually start getting pestered by them pretty good. But talk about being pestered by a 3 to 5 pound smallmouth bass, what a problem to have. So we should start seeing those come in over the next, when the water drops and it warms. We'll definitely see our smallmouth So I'm looking forward to that. Maybe a stray drop back steelhead yet, and hopefully maybe an odd Atlantic mix. So we could have some exciting fishing here. Plus, in the next couple of weeks, the department's supposed to stock some brown trout, so we could have some 1 and 2 year old brown trout in a few places, which makes for some wonderful dry fly fishing. So things should get back on the track into its summer mode here over the next week or so on this river here. Rick and I are also making a big shift too. We're starting to shift over from, you know, the steelhead thing. We are going to still do a lot of trout fishing. We have a lot of trout fishing ahead of us. Between on this river, my Spring Creeks at home, my Freestones at home, we're going to be chasing trout on those things. So you're going to see some videos coming at you with that. That's got some great dry fly fishing if you want to join in on some of that. Those are nice little intimate creeks with some great fishing. Also the Spring Creek fishing can be pretty good, and it's pretty challenging. And well, you want to fine tune your trout skills. That's the place to go. But we're going to have some trout fishing here. Until then, until this gets back up, Rick and I are out chasing the toothy critters. We're trying to get dialed in on the pike fishing. We're going to be doing pike trips, offering pike trips here probably right through May, June, basically until the water temperatures get too warm and the pike get a little groggy. And we're going to also be doing some bass fishing. So you're going to see some bass and pike videos coming your way, us working on that, along with the trite fishing. So you're going to see a wide range. So, you know, like I said, yeah, make sure it's right over here. Make sure you subscribe to that thing, because you're going to see we're going to have a mixed bag of fishing coming to you. It's going to be a nice big variety of fishing. So you want to be probably subscribed up to see that. So if you're a pike guy, we'll have stuff for you. If you're a bass guy, we'll have stuff for you. Trout guy, we're going to have stuff for you. If you just like to watch fishing, we definitely got you covered. So that's going on. Like I said, today we're out chasing some pike. We're going to be working on that a few days to get dialed back in. If you're kind of curious what our pike fishing's like, you go back into our library. Last summer there's a few pike fishing videos. You see what the success we had, what we were doing, and obviously this year we intend to build on that. So that's with the whole pike gig. That's kind of what's going forward. The other thing is I've been threatening to do fly box giveaways, so hopefully we got a couple coming to you here. We're going to try to trickle them all through summer long and into fall. We were so busy with the guide season that we just never got that fly box giveaway going. I wanted to do a fly box with steelhead flies in it. I think I'm still going to do that, and then we'll start going with some bass flies and maybe some pike flies and some trout flies, just whatever people might be interested in. So tell me in the comments what kind of fly box giveaway you'd be liking. Because yeah, we tie all sorts of flies, so if you could just in the comments just say, hey, I like trout flies, I want some pike flies, definitely send me some steelhead flies. So put that in the comment. That'd be useful information going for us. The other thing is I want to talk about is the spay casting clinic. We're going to be doing the last weekend of August. I apologize, I don't know the dates off my head. I should know them. We're going to offer one class on a Saturday, a second class on a Sunday. It's the same class, so you can pick you want to do a Saturday or a Sunday class. It's going to be officially about 4 hours, probably more like 5 by the time we get done with everything. And we're going to max the class out to 10 people. That way it's a 5-on-1, one instructor to 5 students. And the nice thing about that is if you're brand new, you don't even have a spay rod, and you're curious, join in. We got rods, we got you covered. If you're an experienced caster, you got all sorts of gear, and you got a problem with the cast, you want to learn a new cast you're struggling with, join in with a. You got black flies. Things are definitely starting to wake up this spring. If you want to learn a class, we can do that. With a 5-to-1 ratio, we can tailor the class for each single student in that class. So each student could have a different. We could be working on something completely different. We don't have to just have a formula for everybody. You know, we have a formula just for you. So we'll probably start taking official reservations next month, July. So if you're interested, just email us at fish@LostRiversFishing. I'll have the contact stuff on the end of this video. And we'll put you onto a mailing list, and then we start taking confirmed people. We'll let you know. We'll send out a mass email that says, hey, it's time to confirm your date, confirm into the class. So that's what's going on with the class right there. That's pretty much what we're doing. Like I said, we're going to get off to steelhead mode fishing here. And who knows, we might throw one up if we get lucky and find some fish. We'll see. We're going to start pumping a lot more video because finally things are getting into a dull roar and we can do that. So you're going to see a lot of pike fishing, a lot of bass fishing as we get into the summer, a lot of trout fishing coming your way. So make sure you subscribe. Whatever you like, we'll probably have you covered. And that's really what's going on. So once again, all the people that came by that said, hey, I like your videos, it's good to see you. It was great meeting you. Sorry didn't have more content up here until recently, and more's coming. So see you on the water, folks. See you around, and enjoy the videos. This is Jay at JPEG Guides and Lost River Fishing. We are a year-round fly fishing catch and release guide service. We fish the Lake Ontario tributaries, and then during the spring and the summer we also fish the inland trout streams, classic dry fly fishing. During the heat of the summer we will do the warm water fishing for bass and pike. If you're interested in any of our outings or have any questions, please feel free to email us at fish@lostriversfishing.com. Hope to hear from you, and if you have any questions, feel free to contact us.